What's up, guys? I'm Alex.
I'm Jason. We're the Table Monkeys, and this is Table Talks episode 33?
33.
33.
Right.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
There's been so many of them at this point. And we are going to exploit Devin and Matt as much as possible and make sure to get as many views from their presence as we can. This is all the pulling that you haven't seen yet from the day that they joined us in Toronto.
Yeah, which we're kind of calling BL 204.5. It wasn't the event that we had planned, but it was still an epic day of pulling.
Yeah, we tried to do almost like the opposite of what Michael Todd and Travis Bajan did. We said that the event was canceled and there wasn't going to be a Devin versus like a party arm versus the GTA and all this kind of stuff, but in the background we were still secretly trying to plan it and keep it as secretive as possible.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of
people couldn't make it.
Quebec is
super locked down.
Yeah, they must be the most locked down place in North America, I guess.
think, yeah, and we're like right behind.
Yeah. We're trying to copy them.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of crazy. But this isn't about lockdowns. It's about people getting together, pulling, and having fun. And the way that these Table Talks works, we just kind of do like a little podcast over all the pulling from the past week. So
yeah, and this past week has been kind of crazy. Obviously, all the footage that we've got from Devin and Matt has blown up, and something else that blew up was your bicep.
My bicep blew up, and so did the channel. Yeah. So it was a crazy week, and again, we're just trying to make as much use of all this. Of the event as we can. So
we've gained like 500 subs in the last week. So thank you to everyone who's a new subscriber, and also thank you to all the OGs.
Yeah, big thanks to everybody who's been supporting the channel. Devin especially, he's been a huge supporter from the beginning. Yeah, and been a huge help to pushing us forward and blowing my bicep,
which hopefully will come back stronger.
Yeah, that is the plan. Yeah. Usually it does for everybody. I've got I've got a plan set forward, and we'll keep everybody updated on that.
But we figured that since we have so many new subscribers, that we would take this opportunity to reintroduce ourselves, reintroduce the channel, and talk about our plan moving forward.
Yeah, exactly. Just kind of explain what the mission statement is, I guess, and all that, and where we came from and all that. So where to start with the channel? Like where we started with the channel?
Let's start with who you are and who I am.
So you start since we've talked about myself so much this last week and my fucking bicep.
So I started lifting weights 9 years ago, just kind of casually, and then eventually got into powerlifting and super obsessed with that.
You were super skinny, right, when you started?
Oh yeah, I was the same height I am now, 6'3", but 170 pounds. Yeah. Just skin and bones.
Absolute rail.
Yeah.
And then you found pizza.
Got into powerlifting, found pizza, blew up to 260 pounds, my biggest.
Yeah.
I was
60 and change, right? 260 something, or was it just 260 on the dot?
It was 260 on competition day.
Okay,
that was the time I did. The only time I weighed myself.
Thick.
Yeah. So I was a powerlifting coach for a little bit, but competed in powerlifting. Eventually lost the love for that, and was just kind of doing general strength training before you introduced me to arm wrestling, and that kind of just
took over.
The
what
bug hit me.
What were your lifts before?
My best lifts were a 530 squat, a 303 bench, and a 6. It was a little over 6 in comp.
622, right, in comp?
622. Yeah, 622 in comp, and then in the gym 635.
Yeah. So pretty good lifts at what, 22 or something?
Yeah, 21, 22.
21, yeah. So, and natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, lifetime natty.
Lifetime, still
we got one of them.
Still natty, although I have had some people asking.
Yeah, that's a good thing, man. That's what you want, man, for sure.
So now, super obsessed with arm wrestling, and that's my life now.
Yeah, so, and I guess as you said, I introduced it to you, so I found arm wrestling a little bit earlier than Alex, and I guess just to go back, my history before that, I did powerlifting as well. In high school, I got into lifting weights via football. So I was a football player in high school. I've always been a big kid. I was like 6'1", like 320 pounds when I was like 15 years old, just fat as fuck. And so spent high school like trying to lose weight and get strong, and then
ended up just getting strong.
Yeah, ended up just getting strong. Yeah, I mean, I lost weight at some point. I got down to like 250 at one point, But anyway, then powerlifting later in life. We both go to the same gym called Fortis Fitness. It's in Toronto. It's fucking awesome gym. Shout out to Sean.
Shout out
Fortis
Sean.
And Omar as well. He's one of the OGs there that definitely pushed that place forward. That's actually how we met, right?
That's why I moved to Toronto.
Yeah. That's why you moved to Toronto was for Omar and like Fortis Fitness.
Yeah.
And then how you found like Za Pizzeria, which is where we met, where he started working for me, was via Omar because he came and did the
he
eating
posted
challenge
that picture on Instagram.
And we were just starting to look for people. So anyway, that's kind of a rundown. But so we both go to Fortis Fitness, and that's where I did a lot of powerlifting. And my best numbers in comp were 353 bench, 570 for dead, or 551 deadlift to 574 got red lighted, and 551 squat. And I was had another comp coming, so I always talk like I had gym lifts that ended up being a lot better than that. So I always talk about those because I was like really ready for a 600-pound squat and 600-pound pull, but. My gym lifts were 455 for 8 on squat, 355 for 2 on bench, and I did 500 for 6 on deadlifts. Mm-hmm. So relatively strong, and those were all natural numbers at the time.
Yeah.
And then my wife and I opened a pizzeria called Za Pizzeria, and about a year and a half in, you started working there, and then about few months after that, I came down with cancer, testicular cancer. There's a story. Maybe we'll throw a card in the window. So I got that shitty news and had to deal with that shit. So that was kind of a long battle of the first surgery and blah 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 blah. I ended up having a second surgery, which left me with a big scar, which turned into a big hernia. So from the hernia, I couldn't really powerlift anymore. Yep. So we started training. Like I asked Alex to train me for a bench only meet, like just to do the programming and stuff for me, because I figured it would help me stick to it, and just wanted to work with somebody actually as a trainer at that time. So we did that, and we went to the pro show, and on the way out of the pro show, like I didn't end up hitting the exact number I wanted, and I was feeling kind of discouraged with the powerlifting because even though it was just bench pressing, like pushing with the hernia, once I got I felt it too much, and it was just discouraging. I was like, man, I can't even bench press really once I go, like if I'm trying to do a max effort, like it's just not going to work, doesn't matter what the lift is. And then I saw arm wrestling, and that really intrigued me. I went home, I Googled arm wrestling, found Devin like right away, and then just absolutely got obsessed. Found it at the gym, started going there's 2 different Fortises, so and they both had arm wrestling going on Wednesdays and Sundays. So I was like going to both gyms, just absolutely getting in,
right from the get-go,
obsessed right from the go, getting as much in as possible. My first tournament I went to was only a month after like training, and Devin was at that tournament. So
that's the one where he pulled Alexander Paquette, right?
No, it was the same. That was a couple of years earlier.
Oh, I was in same
Brockville Rib Fest, but no, he didn't pull that day. He just reffed. That's the day that Evan Burgoyne beat RVJ on left.
Yes.
If you find that video. I think I'm in the background there, just trying to figure out what this whole world of arm wrestling is about. But yeah, so that's how we got into arm wrestling. About a month after I got into it, I started getting you into it.
Yep.
And then once the lockdown happened, that's when it all went like crazy.
Yeah, well,
like, fucking, this is all we're gonna do.
As soon as when we both got into arm wrestling, I started filming a lot of our practices because I wanted to see what I was doing, and I wanted to watch it and try and learn from the mistakes I was making.
Which really comes from powerlifting, right? Like one thing you do in powerlifting a lot, because it's the 3 movements you're trying to perfect, you're constantly trying to see what your form is, and it's like little tiny differences that you're trying to fix in your form, right? So you need to see it because you can't feel it all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
And the more you watch yourself do it, the more you learn what it is you're doing, like how what you do feels.
So translate that over to arm wrestling, and I was watching tons of arm wrestling footage all the time, and I was watching tons of arm wrestling footage on YouTube as well. So I figured, hey, well, why can't we start a YouTube channel? Why can't we post this? I find it interesting. Maybe other people will too. So then, when the lockdown hit and we had so much free time, we were like, well, now's the perfect time.
Exactly. And it started slow, and as it picked up momentum, we've just tried to be more and more committed. Originally, we knew that we didn't know anything about arm wrestling, so like the focus of the channel was more how to train and how to translate a lot of the the kinesiology knowledge that we had from powerlifting and from training at Fortis, and try to translate that over to arm wrestling and explain how we were trying to get better at it. And then, you know, as it's grown and everything, I think the next thing was BAL. Like once we started doing that,
and we've been super lucky to be able to travel around Ontario and meet a lot of awesome pullers and learn from them, like Devin, like Crazy George, like all the Belleville guys,
Joe Gould and Mike Gould and Troy Eaton, and like there's so many amazing pullers in Ontario that we've just been fortunate enough to to have, like, that they're in this province and close enough to us, but then just dedicated enough to constantly try to travel and feel out different people, because that makes a big difference, right?
So now we're full-time table monkeys, trying to post videos 5 days a week, trying to push this sport as much as we can, and with the BAL give opportunity for people to pull and compete, and you know.
I mean, originally when we started the BAL, it was more just because we were newer pullers, and we knew there were a lot of newer pullers that had never had a chance to really pull with a ref on a real table and all that kind of stuff before. So we originally were just trying to give people that hadn't had a chance maybe an opportunity to do that, and then it's kind of grown where we've had some bigger matches, and like, I mean, the last one we had Yannick and Devin and Curtis and Rick, and so it's definitely you know, like we want to try to be as multifaceted as possible, right? Like we want to attack this from as many avenues as we can, and we're going to be working on doing merch, and eventually we want to work on coaching and stuff like that.
Seminars,
especially, I mean, especially like we said for the training, because there's a lot of knowledge as far as like how to go about programming and setting up doesn't matter about arm wrestling specifically. It's just sports. You know, like how should you train for things? How can you maximize you know, gains and recovery and all that kind of stuff? And as we get deeper and deeper into the sport, we're getting more and more knowledge about it, and we're getting shout outs from people like Bob Brown and shit. It's fucking crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
Ryan still hasn't recognized this though yet. It's interesting enough.
I don't know.
Maybe he doesn't like the King's move or something. I'm not sure what it is.
He doesn't like monkeys.
Yeah, but that's all good. We're coming at it as hard as we can, and
we love this community. It's been awesome.
Everyone
is so welcoming to us, and we're truly grateful to be doing what we do.
You know? and again, we went through all this kind of history and just this catch up, just because we recently got so many subs and there's a lot of new people here. So if you are new to the channel, thank you so much. If you've been here since the beginning, thank you so much. We're just gonna keep, like Alex said, our goal, what was it, about 2 months ago, we committed to the 5 days a week. Maybe 2 or 3 months ago we committed to that, like Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. there's got to be something from Table Monkeys that's worth watching coming out, and we're just gonna, you know, try to keep grinding away at that as long as we can, and bringing you guys as much good footage as we can, and
that's the mission.
So keep us informed on what it is you'd like to see. Leave us feedback. The comments are always appreciated, especially from all you trolls out there. Desperation Pinocchio, we know you're listening, or if you're not, you're at least commenting.
He's already commented.
For sure. He's commented and moved on.
He doesn't even watch the video.
He's just leaving good emojis, and but no, it's a crazy community. It's awesome to see how much it's growing. Fucking Larry Wheels is taking it to another level. May 28th is going to be nuts.
So excited.
So like,
comment,
subscribe,
hit that bell,
all those things,
and monkeys out.
Peace.